Hey guys, this is Shannon with Nearly Organic Noshing, and today is St. Patrick's Day, and I am getting my corned beef going. I do mine a little bit different than a lot of the recipes you see on Pinterest. I start my corned beef way before I put any vegetables in. I personally and my family likes the vegetables to still have some real integrity to them, to some firmness to them. So I'm not going to put the potatoes and the carrots and the onions in right away. This is going to cook for a couple of hours before I add any vegetables to it. Usually I do like 3 of these at a time. Tonight, my parents are having dinner at the church with friends. They do a big thing at San Sebastian and St. Augustine, so they are going there. My daughter is at the beach with friends today. I think it's a little chilly for the beach, but they are bound and determined to go to the beach, and they are going to go out to dinner tonight or go back to her family's house for dinner. And my son is working until 9 o'clock at night. But I still end up with 1 kid. So I have my nephew tonight, and he and I are going to be doing some gardening this afternoon. And so I'm going to try and make it a little bit special for him. I love kids. I love being able to do just cool little things for them. So I am getting this started, and then I'm going to make some kind of cool green dessert. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. I don't want to go to town and have to go grocery shopping, so I'm just going to ravage my pantry and see what I come up with. And of course, I'm going to make some beer bread. I have a quickie beer bread recipe, and I will link it up in the corner. It is the quickest, easiest, most delicious beer bread recipe ever, and the whole family loves it. So I will get that going and then figure out what else I'm going to serve this with. So I'm going to go ahead and just get this started and show you what I'm going to do. I have my corned beef here. It is still frozen. I'm going to run it under some hot water just so that I can get it out of the package. And I'm going to toss that in the crock pot along with some bay leaves, the seasoning packet that it comes with, and 2 pints of my homemade stock. This is not a very large corned beef, so I think that's going to be enough. If it needs more, then I'll go grab another one. But I'm just going to go ahead and get that started, and then I will peel the vegetables. Probably won't use all these potatoes. I'm just going to see how much I need. I don't want a ton of vegetables left over and all the meat gone. So I'll have potatoes, carrots, onions, and cabbage. A customer sent us this, and then these are Aldi's, and this is Farmer's Market. So I didn't grow any of this stuff, unfortunately. But I did put up the stock. So I'm going to go ahead and get this going in the crock pot. Okay, this is as far as I have gone for now on the corned beef. I have my containers of beef broth in there, and I have 4 bay leaves, and the seasoning packet is just all sprinkled on here. I have my crock pot set for 10 hours. It is not going to cook on crock pot for 10 hours, but because it's already 1:30. I'm kind of a little bit late starting this. We'll eat probably around 7. So it'll be fine. If worse comes to worse and it's not cooked to the point that I want it, I will just switch it over to the pressure cooking option and just give it a few minutes of that, and it'll be perfect. But in probably, let's see, it's 1:30, about 5:30, I'll put the potatoes and the onions and the carrots in, and then about an hour later I will add the cabbage to the top. So I'm going to get the lid on this and get it going. Okay guys, so I went rummaging, and this is what I came up with. I'm going to make some split pea soup. I went ahead, I had a little bit of celery left. I have carrots, onions, and the green peas, the split peas. And I pulled one of my green bowls. I love green, so I have a lot of green glassware and things like that I've had since college. So this is actually a chips and dip bowl. There's a little gold clamp that goes on the side of this, and a little small bowl goes in there, which I'm going to pull that bowl out for something else. I'll probably put, I don't know, salt in it or something kind of cool on the table, just so there's something else green. So I'm going to make split pea soup. And then when I went rummaging in the pantry, I have some of this gluten-free sugar cookie mix, and I will let little man help me make these. And I had some green icing or green dye to turn them green, and I have some sprinkles that are green. So we can put some sprinkles on them and make some sugar cookies. I pulled a container of applesauce out of the pantry, and then I boiled up a bunch of eggs, so I will make some deviled eggs to go along with everything. So this is where we're at food-wise. I'm gonna go ahead and get the beans soaking and those started, and everything else I'll finish up later. Okay guys, this is where I'm at with my split pea soup. Before I mixed it and added one more container of broth, I just thought I would show you what I have. I have, there was probably about 4 stalks of celery there, and I went ahead and cut up the leaves and stuff also. A handful of carrots, some of them were really tiny, so probably about 4 or 5 regular sized carrots. 1 onion. I threw, I think, 4 bay leaves in here, and 1 scoop of just chopped garlic. And I have my homemade stock that's in here, beef stock. And then this is smoked salt. It kind of has a grayish purple color. And I'm going to put a couple teaspoons of smoked salt in here. And then I'll go grab one more thing of stock and pour it in here because it needs to be a little bit more liquid. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put this on the oven, on the stovetop, and cover it and let it cook down until the beans are soft. And then I'll just turn it off and put it in the fridge until later and then warm it back up. And what I do is I'll take my little immersion blender and I'll puree part of it so that it's real soupy, but then there's still some bigger chunks left. I don't puree every little bit of it so that there's some texture to the soup. And when it gets to that point, I'll show you how to do it. But I'm gonna go ahead and add the salt and a little more stock and get it going on the stove. Okay guys, I just thought I would show you what I did just super fast with my table. In another video, I had said that pretty much a huge chunk, all of my St. Patrick's Day and a lot of other holiday decorations were destroyed during the last hurricane. We had them in an outside shed, and that shed got blown over into the neighbor's yard. It just got picked up, and everything inside it, years and years and years worth of collected decorations were trashed. So I picked up just these little things right here. Well, the light is not very good. Just these little Dollar Tree decorations, and I have one on the front door just so that we had some sort of holiday, because I like to decorate for each and every holiday, and I'll slowly start accumulating decorations again. But thankfully a lot of my Christmas ones were spared and some Easter, but most of the other holidays were If it was paper or cardboard or something like that, it was gone. So I had a handful of these gold coins left. Those didn't die. And a couple of these shamrocks. The rest of them were trashed. They had gotten all moldy and stuff, threw them away. But a couple of these little sparkly ones were fine. And I had 1 pack of these St. Patrick's Day plates just up with my regular paper goods. So I just set the table with our regular decorations, and then I put a St. Patrick's Day paper plate in the middle of each one, and we'll use that as our dessert plate. And then this is just a cast iron candle, and kind of looks like a pot of gold, and just did that with the coins coming out. These are bottles I've had since college. In my kitchen, up at the top is where I keep a bunch of my bottles and platters and things like that. So I just pulled some that were dark green down and put them here on the table. That's it. This is our holiday decor for St. Patrick's Day. And then I pulled a couple of like beer stein type glasses out of the cabinet. One has an A&W root beer logo on it, but it's not gonna matter. We're just gonna sit down and have dinner. And then I have green dishes to serve things in, and we're gonna have dinner tonight. I have a plate set down there for Jaden. I know he'll be late. I seriously doubt Trevelyan's gonna have dinner because this is not her favorite meal. I'm sure she's gonna go out with friends tonight. So once everything is together and on the table, I'll definitely make sure to show you that also. Hey guys, it is a little after 5:30, and I am putting my onions, potatoes, and carrots into the crock pot with the meat. It's looking really, really good. Lots of good broth in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get the rest of the potatoes cut. I'll probably go ahead and cut the cabbage too while I'm doing this, so that in a little while I'll just be able to throw the cabbage in. Okay, I have my beer bread. Usually I double this recipe in this pan, and I wasn't thinking about it. I would have pulled a smaller bread pan, but this one's already all buttered up. If I double it, we will eat it, and we don't need to eat it. So when we get back from our trip, we are going to get back to eating healthy again. And if I make a massive amount of this buttery beer bread, it will be gone, and we don't need to do that. So I just made a single batch instead of doubling it, and I will put this in the oven in a little while. I have my cabbage chopped up. It's ready to go in, and I'll put that in just a little while. I pulled out my small dish here, and I'm just going to use it to serve some of the homemade applesauce, and I'm going to go ahead and make the deviled eggs. Right before dinner, I'm going to pull Connor in and toss him in the shower and let him make cookies, because he is literally black head to toe, covered in dirt. He is not going to touch food until he's had a bath. So I have tea on the stove for us, and then I'll probably make some lemonade or something along those lines for the kids. But I'm going to get back to laundry. Wait for me. Hey. Wait for me. Connor, you're not listening.
It smells good in there.
It smells good in there. Probably smells like chicken poo in there. All right, lock it back.
How?
The way you unlocked it. Turn it. Let's go check the other side. I still have to do something with all the wood shavings.
What is this?
Because I need to clean out the chicken coops.
Please have an egg. Please have an egg.
I'm sure there's going to be eggs.
Oh.
Are there eggs?
That's a lot of eggs.
All right, carefully put them into the basket. Sounds like some chickens are already up in their roost. Sheldon's the only one standing guard. Careful, don't bang them.
That's Sheldon?
Mm-hmm, it's the big rooster.
From
You are
the Big Bang.
so dirty. Yeah, from the Big Bang. Any more?
That's a lot of eggs. Do you usually get a lot of eggs?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Liberty. And who else?
Did Liberty lay her egg?
Where there's a blue one.
Yeah, look at there.
Whose feather is this?
It's probably one of the gray ones. Is that it on this side? What about this side? We good over here?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. That is not a good sign. See that one chicken over there in the coop? She's supposed to be sitting on eggs right now. And she's not sitting on eggs so that she will hatch babies. Let's go check on them. Okay guys, I am very sad to report that Miss Thumper decided to break her broody, and as soon as I let her out, I found 2 busted eggs in the nest, and the eggs were ice cold, so I had to go ahead and just take them, and these are going to go to the dogs. They'd been in the nest for a couple days. So I was worried about moving her, but I kept getting broken eggs, so I decided to do that. But she's back up in the roost, and as soon as I opened the door and let her out, I saw her just running up and down, up and down, up and down the fence off her nest. And when I felt the eggs were cold, I let her out. As soon as she got out, the rooster had his way with her. So I think that she is definitely broken of broody, and for the first time in like 3 weeks, she went up and is nesting with the other chickens up in the roost. So
Don't forget about these eggs.
I know, we got all those eggs. Those are good eggs, but these are going to be dog eggs.
There are 8. See?
8 of them.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Very good. All right, we're going to take those inside. I am so sad. One of my other chickens need to go broody soon. If not, I may have to go buy some chicks. Shh, don't tell Chris. So, yeah, dismal failure. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Okay, guys, I just put dinner on the table. This is actually a special treat for Connor. These are grapes that he helped me harvest last summer, and we turned it into orange juice. So we have some deviled eggs with green pickles on top.
I do love food.
I know you do. Homemade applesauce. We have our split pea soup, corned beef. That's our potatoes, carrots, onions, and cabbage, and our homemade buttery beer bread. So we are getting ready to all sit down and enjoy, and then after dinner, Connor and I are going to make cookies because we haven't had a chance to do it yet. Right, bud? Mm-hmm. Now you're wearing green, right?
I'm wearing green now. I had it on my socks.
Yeah. All right, let's have a seat.
I don't know if that counts, though.
It still counts.
Yes.
All right, let's have a seat and start eating.
I didn't get pinched today.
Didn't get pinched today. Good, bud?
Mm-hmm.
Now say toy boat. Say it 5 times in a row. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. Say
Toy
that.
boat to a blade.
No, not tow boat. Try it again.
Tow boy.
No, not tow boat. Toy boat.
Toy boat.
Okay, go ahead.
Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat.
Way too slow. Yeah, say it a little faster. Say toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. Good.
Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat.
Not toy bot.
Okay, Connor, what are we making?
Cookies.
Okay, can you read the back of the box and see what we need, please?
We need this one.
Yep.
We need 1 stick of 1.5 cup of butter.
We need half cup of butter, which is 1 stick.
Half a cup of butter. 1 stick.
Get your hands away from your mouth.
1 tablespoon
Of
water
and?
and 1 egg.
Okay. Can you crack the egg into the bowl, please? No shells?
No shells. Messy.
Yep, hold on. Hold on, do not put that on my counter. Put it here in the scrap bucket.
Oh, I need to wash my hands somewhere.
Butter?
She melted the butter for us.
Yep. All right,
That's warm butter.
careful with it. Don't drop the bowl in.
What if I do?
I won't be
That
happy.
wouldn't be good.
All right, let me.
Want me to get the tablespoon
No.
of water?
All right. Dip a tablespoon of water out of there. Is that all the way to the bowl? Don't do that, buddy. Look. Okay, dip it. All right.
There we go.
Okay. Now, let's open the cake mix or the cookie mix and put that in there.
The mix.
Okay, go ahead.
So we've got it open,
Mm-hmm.
and now
Pour it all in.
pour it.
Careful. All right, get the whisk. The
Oh,
whisk.
the
Start
whisk.
blending it up.
I had no idea what a whisk is.
You know what a whisk is.
These cookies are going to be good.
Yeah. Once you get it all blended, we'll turn them green.
We will. And that's going to be my job, right?
Yep. Get it blended. Okay, we
This-
have a little bit of green in here, and Connor's going to get it all blended.
It looks like mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
And after we're done with it, we're just going to look like green mashed potatoes.
Green mashed potatoes, huh?
Probably.
You gotta blend it, not flick it. Blend it all in.
Well, a little green.
Okay, keep blending. Okay, we have rolled the cookies into balls, and then the balls are gonna get, Connor, we're gonna get rolled into sugar,
Yes.
and
That's
then,
the part I love.
okay, roll it in the sugar and then put it on the tray. And we put a couple of, we didn't have green, but we cut kind of aqua-y green sprinkles in with the sugar. So,
Is that good enough?
yep, that's good enough. Let's put them in a line neatly. Don't wipe them on your shirt.
All right.
Right. Okay, keep rolling.
Yeah, these are gonna be good cookies.
Yeah, they're gonna be good cookies.
Right here to see this. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, not see it. You're seeing it right now, but taste them.
Yep, they're gonna be good.
Gonna be really good.
Yeah, all right.
I don't mean probably. I mean yes.
All right, we'll show them when they come out of the oven, okay? Okay, guys, these are the cookies after they came out of the oven. And I am actually not going to let Connor have them. When we were making the batter, I kept thinking I smelled something chemically. And I just took a bite of one, and all I taste is pure chemical. Now, these were gluten-free mix, and the consistency and stuff is great. You know, really good, light, soft, fluffy. But all I taste is chemical whenever I taste it. And they're in date. They were fine. But there is something off with this mix. I should have just made cookies from scratch with him, but I was just trying to use up some batters and, you know, just stuff that I had in the pantry. But yeah, I'm not going to let him eat these. So I'm not feeding them to the chickens, and I'm not feeding them to the dogs. I hate to say it, but they're just going to go in the trash, because if I put them in the compost pile, then the chickens can get to them. So there's something very off about those. And I will show you the box of the cookie mix. Okay, this is the Pillsbury Sugar Cookies gluten-free premium cookie mix. And yeah, these are not good, or at least there's something wrong with this batch of them. It just is chemical. Jaden even said when he came in that he smelled something chemical in the air. He thought it was cleaner or something. And that is how strong this was. So yeah, we're just tossing these and not going to eat them. I'll have to get him a different little special treat to end the evening. Okay, guys, this is this is how we're ending it. We do have the table clear and clean, and the dishes are done. The dishwasher's loaded. Everything else is done. That's the end of our day. I still have to sweep and mop and do that kind of stuff in here. But I'm going to toss these and get him something else. I hope everyone else had a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. But yeah, we're going to have to come up with plan B. All right, have a good evening.